We know it's getting high time for draft time, Leroy, and you got all these people. They got things to say. Everybody's got opinions. They got takes, all that nonsense. But one person who they continue to put on this television, I don't understand it. All right, I just don't get it, because he stinks. He stinks. And it's not to say he doesn't go on he doesn't do broadcasting well. He's able to do that. The guy was a former agent. He's a slick talker, and I'm talking about Mike Tannenbaum. Base guy basically weaseled his way into the Dolphins front office gig, where he's basically sitting next to Stephen Ross at games. Hey, Rossi, Stephen Ross, baby, what's up? Mikey T here. All that type of stuff to get himself sidled into the gig. But yesterday, he's given some takes. He's decided to distribute some takes. And one that he delivers was on, of course, Tua Tagovailoa, who's saying that he's 100% healthy. Now, apparently, Leroy, this is the new news on Tua, that he did a voluntary medical check with everybody, and that they came out overly positive, the results for everybody. They got the overwhelmingly positive, given independent doctor selected by NFL team physicians, overwhelmingly positive Tua Tagovailoa's medical rechecks. So that was good news to hear if you're a Dolphin fan and you want Tua. But here is Mike Tannenbaum, who said that taking Tua would be irresponsible by an NFL team.
This is an injury and a part of the body that's not well vascularized. It's hard to predict how it's going to come back in terms of 2 months from now, 6 months from now. And let's all hope he has the career and it looks like things are going in the right direction. But when you look at the guaranteed money in the top 10, $35 million plus, without having your own staff be able to examine him, I could not look our owner in the eye in good conscience and say this is a responsible thing to do for our organization this year.
Now listen, couple things here, Leroy. Couple things.
What's up?
First of all, he starts off his take with vascularly.
Yeah.
Flag right there. Don't use words like that. All right, Tannenbaum. That's a word you say that nobody says in regular conversation to make yourself sound more well-versed on
stay in your lane.
Procedure. Stay in your lane, bro. You're going out there. This does not vascularly heal well, pituitary gland, and right with cartilage and bone marrow and whatnot. No. I could see that. I could see through that a mile away, Leroy. The second thing is irresponsible and can't look my owner in the eye. You're talking about Mr. Salary Cap Napalm himself. Can't look my owner in the eye. Bro, who has burned through more owners' credit cards than you, Mike T? Who? I'd love to know. Can't look my owner in the eye. I could look my owner in the eye paying $100 million to a guy who doesn't get sacks, but I can't look him in the eye taking a quarterback who might be a star. This guy is so wishy-washy when it comes to this type of stuff. The other thing is, I heard him yesterday on ESPN. He's talking about, Joe Burrow, he's number one. What happened to Justin Herbert? I thought you were Mr. Herbert. You were like the guy who, if I had to take one guy to build my franchise around, Justin Herbert's the guy. Now all of a sudden you're on Joe Burrow. Make up your mind, Mike Tannenbaum. So when I heard this, Leroy, yesterday, that he's out on Tua, I've never been more in on Tua. Now that I know Mike Tannenbaum is out, I'm doubling in. Trust me. I'm in when it comes to this.
Yeah.
It would be irresponsible with vascularly injury. Shut up.
I would say this. First of all, if any other person were to say that, you wouldn't be saying that, right? But the problem is that it's him.
That's right. Bad messenger.
I do believe that in some instances he does have a point. And that point is this. If you draft a quarterback that high with the knowledge that you have, would it be irresponsible? Because you haven't been able to work him out. You haven't been able to do the things that are required to determine if he's healthy or not. All you have is what he's telling you. And I can tell you right now, I don't think there's a player that would say that he's, oh, no, it's going to be a minute. You know that player? No.
No.
So from that standpoint, I think he does have some valid points. But you, as head of Team Petty, you're not going to validate any of his opinions because
that's
it's
right.
him.
Yeah, you're right. You want to know something? I'm not. Hold your responsibility. You want to tell me something? You want to tell me about any other type of characterization you want of drafting a quarterback? Maybe I'll hear you out. But you're going to go on a segment and you're going to tell me I couldn't look my owner in the eye and call it responsible. Bro, what are we talking about here? This guy, he's like a college kid who gets their parents' credit card first semester. They're on racking up the charges. I can't look my owner in the eye, dude. Who goes and spends more money than this guy? He goes, ooh. Could you imagine giving him the clean slate that Chris Greer was given this time? He would have given Jadeveon Clowney $25 million a year.
And that can't be disputed.
No way.
Because he's what we call a splash GM.
Splash. He
Need
is.
to make a splash.
My guy goes to the pool party. He takes his shirt off, puts the goop on his nose, and he does a cannonball right off the diving board if they were still allowed, which we learned this week they are not. But theoretically, the money diving board, he jumps in there like Scrooge McDuck, doing the backstroke.
Right.
Ugh. Gee. And I'll tell you another thing that sold me on this. So I saw a little piece in the Boston Globe talking about some cahoots between the Patriots and the Lions doing a little trade up, and the Patriots giving some vets up for them to go up and get Tua. Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you something right now, Leroy.
Uh-oh.
Everybody who's telling me that it's irresponsible for the Miami Dolphins to draft Tua Tagovailoa, what is your mood going to be? And think about this, Leroy. What is your mood going to be if you learn that the Patriots trade up to go get Tua? That they trade off some Edelman and some chicanery of some nonsense that goes into the fear. They give it to that Keebler elf who likes people to sit up straight in Matt Patricia. They dupe him, they trade up, and they steal your quarterback after they lost Tom Brady to the Buccaneers. How are you going to feel about that move then? You going to question it, or are you going to say, no? Let me tell you exactly how you're going to feel, because I know exactly how you're going to feel. If they do that, your reaction is going to be, Bill knows something that we don't.
No.
Yes, it will be. Come on.
If you make a sound decision, right? If you make a sound decision and it doesn't work out, you can always hang your hat on that. Like, so you're saying if you see that the Patriots have interest, now you want him even more?
What I say is, if I see the Patriots have interest, I think it's high time that we should stop talking about that what the Miami Dolphins doing is stupid, that he might be a really good player and worth it. So if you're going to allow...
Because the Patriots do it, right?
Yes.
Didn't they draft Osweiler?
No. They drafted... You keep confusing tall white guys. It was Ryan Mallett.
Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
First round, right?
No.
Second. It was high.
No.
Top of the second round.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Ryan Mallett, I think he fell quite far because of some pre-draft rumors. He was a ugly dude. Third round pick.
Okay.
Third round pick.
All right.
Ryan Mallett.
Okay. Like, again, how'd that work out? Like, I'm not,
dude,
man.
Whoa.
You're in a different here.
Wait.
Hold on. Let's be clear.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's be clear. The Patriots could do something like that. They're in a different place. Mm-hmm. This organization, as of right now, doesn't really have any credibility. It's
Dolphins.
just because of the years. Huh?
The Dolphins?
The
Patriots?
Dolphins.
Okay.
The Dolphins. And so if you were to make the same move that the Patriots make, if it doesn't work out, you look like the clowns of the NFL. Where if the Patriots make the same move, it'll be like, they gave it a swing. You can't do that. You're not in a position to do that.
You can.
No, you can't.
You can. If you step into the batter's box.
You're still, look, the whole point of this is to not be the clowns of the NFL anymore. The way you start that is by making sound, responsible decisions when it comes to players.
Disagree.
You can't just keep swinging for the fences. Here, let me ask you a question. How are you any different than Mike Tannenbaum?
How am I different?
Yeah. If you think do whatever you can to get Tua, who you don't even know is going to be healthy.
Here's how I'm different from Mike Tannenbaum. I acknowledge who I am. All right? I know who I am as a person and comfortable with who I am as a person. I'm not going to tell people, don't be hot take Charlie. Don't go on a radio show and say wild things. That would be more sound with your takes. That would be like me going and doing a talk in front of college kids and telling you guys, let me tell you something. You want to have sound radio thoughts, things that are thought out. All right, you don't want to just say things to get a reaction. That would be hollow. That's not true. I'm the guy who ate a street bird. I jumped in front of the American Airlines Arena in front of in a kangaroo outfit. How could I lie to these people? So Mike Tannenbaum giving me the message to be responsible is ridiculous. And by the way, I disagree with your point. If you have a 3-0 count, if D. Gordon goes and takes a porn hack and Giancarlo Stanton takes a porn hack, I respect it either way if they get the pitch their way.
No.
Even if Giancarlo Stanton has more responsibility. Even if Stanton has more responsibility
get out of here.
Hitting that home run, I respect D. Gordon.
I can't believe you just gave an example and then boxed yourself in with that example.
Nope.
D. Gordon's job is to get on base. All right? Giancarlo Stanton is to hit home runs. So if he gets a big old meatball for a 3-0 pitch and he takes a hack at it, you view that totally different than if D. Gordon takes a hack at it, because his job is to get on base and steal bases.
Meatball's a meatball.
You understand? No.